Our effort to bring you the most up-to-date information. Here are 3 things you need to know about the coronavirus in the Carolinas on this Saturday. So over in Mecklenburg County, coronavirus cases have now climbed to 601, with 3 reported deaths in the Charlotte area. South Carolina has announced the closure of additional businesses, some of those closures taking place right away. We're going to have more on that in a moment. But third, the president, after talking further with the CDC, is now encouraging people to wear non-medical masks when out in public as a way to help curb the spread of COVID-19 and hopefully flatten that curve. This morning we'll let you know where you can find easy, no-sew, step-by-step instructions on how to make a mask for yourself and your family. But first, new Carolina coronavirus numbers are out. Unfortunately, the news is not great. Keep in mind, these numbers are likely much higher because of how slow the testing process has been, so it's just kind of catching up. But so far, these are the best numbers we have. So in North Carolina, over 2,000 cases. That's where we sit right now. Last weekend, if you remember, we said we had just reached 1,000, so it's about doubled in a week. While in South Carolina, 1,700 cases are now confirmed, whereas last weekend they had just a little over 650. Here's a look now at what the president had to say in regards to the voluntary use of masks by people in the public.
From recent studies, we know that the transmission from individuals without symptoms is playing a more significant role in the spread of the virus than previously understood. Speaker of the House, I hope.
Trump also said that he is leaving the issue of mandatory stay-at-home orders up to individual governors. He noted that 90% of American people are under one anyway. This morning, a closer look at the police officers, firefighters, and paramedics getting the coronavirus. This news coming 1 month to the day that North Carolina reported its very first coronavirus case. WCNC's Hunter Sines has the details.
Dozens of Charlotte first responders are in quarantine, others in isolation with COVID-19. The developments come as the cases continue to rise, and we are far from the worst of it. 45 first responders across Mecklenburg County are off the front lines.
We are not immune. Our own CMPD family, we've had 2 officers who have tested positive for COVID.
2 CMPD officers, 1 medic, and a firefighter have the virus. Dozens more are now quarantined as a precaution. As questions loom, did they get it on the job?
The short answer is that we don't know.
They are part of 601 COVID-19 cases in Mecklenburg County. Health officials say if we don't socially distance ourselves, the peak will hit locally by April 25th, inundating our hospitals. But if we are responsible and stay at home, cases will spread out with the peak in mid-May. Thousands of sick residents either way.
That gives you a good feeling for what's coming in our community.
It's why these dorms at UNC Charlotte will be transformed into a field hospital with 3,000 beds inside.
We should anticipate that we will have some COVID positive patients in those facilities.
This weekend, CMPD will continue to enforce the stay-at-home order, saying they've already issued citations to businesses violating the law.
Compliance will determine the future restrictions for tomorrow.
A desperate warning as reality sets in for a long month ahead.
We need you to stay at home.
And county health officials say that they are having a difficult time getting the stay-at-home message across to 20 and 30-year-olds. They are also trying to better reach our African-American community, which has seen a high number of cases. However, they maintain that this virus has no limits and it can infect anyone. In Charlotte, Hunter Sines, WCNC Charlotte.
That was Hunter Sines. In South Carolina, a new layer of restrictions announced. Governor Henry McMaster adding on to the existing non-essential business closure. But some say this is skirting the real orders needed to keep the state safe. WCNC's Vanessa Rufus explains.
Earlier this week, Governor McMaster ordered non-essential businesses to close. Now he's expanding the list of businesses fitting that designation.
We are taking a deliberate, steady, planned approach.
Piece by piece, the state of South Carolina is ratcheting its coronavirus response tighter. Friday, the current non-essential business closure expanded to include various retailers like furniture and clothing stores, florists, sporting goods and bookstores, and craft stores. Those businesses join the likes of entertainment and athletic facilities, hair and beauty shops.
We believe this is the best way. It's based on the science, based on the facts, based on the advice of the professionals.
Others, however, think that approach is too soft. A doctor-led group called South Carolinians for Shelter in Place, Stop the Spread, has gained at least 22,000 members in 2 weeks. The group says it's time to do more.
People are afraid, people are scared, and so we're doing our best to make sure that the group is filled with positivity.
But evidence is what the governor says he's going off.
Every state is not like every other state. We are doing what we believe to be the most aggressive thing that we can do to combat this virus.
And the governor says also included in this expanded order, no short-term rentals for folks coming from those coronavirus hotspots. Exceptions include military, first responders, medical workers, and commercial truckers. That order takes effect immediately. He says the non-essential business expansion takes effect Monday at 5 p.m. Vanessa Rufus, WCNC Charlotte.
We're also learning the Charlotte Symphony is suspending all concerts through at least June. We're told they're working to reschedule as many concerts as possible and will be in touch with ticket holders as soon as new dates are confirmed. Also new this morning, New Jersey's governor has signed an executive order calling all flags in the state to be lowered to half-staff, saying the flags will remain at half-staff indefinitely to honor the lives lost to coronavirus. In New Jersey, over 28,000 people have tested positive for the deadly virus and over 600 have died. Coming up, we break down why COVID-19 seems to hit some countries and populations harder than others. And we are on the lookout for coronavirus products and services that simply don't live up to the hype. If you have a question about something, text BEWARE to the number on your screen, 704-329-3600, and we will look into it for you so you don't waste your money on things that are fraudulent, unproven, or counterfeit.